the field at Waste Management. You look at it; they're going to have possibly 23 of the top 50 in the world playing, including Justin Thomas, returning champion Webb, Rory, John Rahm, number 2 in the world. I mean, that's a great field. It's going to be tons of fun. But like you said, it's unfortunate we're not going to see the 600,000 people, walking the grounds.
Rick,
So we'll get there next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're good with it. Do you feel that? I mean, aside from what you said about Rory, do you feel that maybe because of that there aren't going to be the big time crowds? That maybe that is a reason to come.
Possibly, but I think really what it is, I think it's just the timing and the schedule and how the schedule laid out for him.
Okay.
And he wanted to play Torrey, and typically he goes and plays Saudi Arabia the same week as Waste Management. So he just was over in Dubai, just played, came over here. I can't see him going back and forth. He made the decision that he was going to come play West Coast, which is awesome. And so I think that had a lot to do it. Maybe the crowd, but I got to believe a guy like Rory would probably embrace the crowd. I think he'd really enjoy it. It's a once in a lifetime for a guy like Rory. He might look at it like, this would be the year, and it's just the way things lined up with the U.S. Open. I'm going to play Phoenix too, but it'll be interesting to see how he attacks it. I mean, guys like John Rahm, I see John Rahm as being the guy that really wants to put his name on this tournament, Waste Management. He lives here, ASU guy, kind of taking over in the footsteps of Phil. I can kind of see him being the next, one of the next ambassadors to Waste Management. He fits right in.
Rick, and dealing with and talking with a lot of these golfers, and you talk about the Rory McIlroys and Jason Day will be there, and John Rahm. Is this one of those tournaments to help them set their game up moving forward? Or is this one of those tournaments you just come over, you deal with the crowds, you work on your game, and let it rip? Kind of a philosophy or strategy for a lot of these guys.
That's a good question. For them, I think it's all about timing, and I think they lay out their schedules well in advance. And they looked at it, and when Torrey became the U.S. Open site, it changed their schedule to where, whether there were going to be crowds or no crowds, they were coming. A lot of the guys were going to play Phoenix this year. It's a great tournament. It's got a great history. It's been going on for over 80 years. I mean, these guys want to play it. It's just it always doesn't fit into their schedule. So I think that has really more to do with it than anything else. And, the golf course itself, it's something that, they feel they could probably play pretty well. All of them look at it and go, there's tons of room out here. Greens are always good. The weather's going to be good. What a fun place to go play.
He's Rick Levy, the man from Vans, joining us here on Rock and Manooch with Crespin, Fox Sports 910. His home for close to 25 years as well on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Rick, the golf business in general, everything I read is it's doing so well. How does it play into your business? The 7+ Vans in the state. How's that affected? How does the pandemic affected you guys?
Well, we're fortunate that we're in the golf business. I feel for the people that aren't, that are in restaurants and hospitality and all the other things that kind of feed golf. But golf has been good. It's been a place where you can go play. You can take your kids out, you can take your spouse out, you can play with your buddies, you social distance. We see a lot more people walking than they used to, which is really cool. I'm a fan of putting my bag on my shoulder and walking and marching around the golf course. I find it relaxing and fun to do. And, you're walking 6 to 7 miles on some of these golf courses, so you get a little exercise. So all that's been, really healthy for the game, seeing all the influx of new people playing. We probably haven't seen anything like this since Tiger entered the game. When Tiger entered the game back in '97, we saw a lot of new golfers. You had some of those people fall off. You had some of them maybe take a sabbatical. A lot of those people have come back into the game. So we're seeing a lot of kids. We're selling a lot of starter sets, a lot of used clubs, a lot of junior sets, a lot of pull carts. So it's really a wide range of things that we're featuring. And we're offering a nice, safe environment for customers to come and shop. So we're excited about the game where it is right now. We're excited to see where the PGA Tour is and promoting the game. And we're fortunate to where we have a lot of product launches that are coming up. Starting next week with the Ping G425, which is a fantastic line. And Ping's been kind of holding this back and really excited to launch it. And that'll be followed by other product launches in following weeks. So we'll get a nice influx of inventory and new products and new things to talk about and new things to show customers and new ways to, we have fitting bays in all of our stores. We pride ourselves on custom fitting. So we really are encouraged about the spring and what's in front of us.
Rick, can you expand a little bit more on the product launches? There's so many of us that want to get the newest and hottest new putter or driver or what have you. I know I'm buying new clubs here in the next week or two, waiting for the launch of a particular model, and I'm just curious, how much better is the product year to year? Titleist has got their new Pro V1 ball. How much different is the ball than last year? Be honest with me when it comes to that.
Well, and I'd be remiss to say that, right now, usually today, I'm finishing my last day at the PGA show.
Okay.
This is the week that the golf industry meets in Orlando, Florida, and we all get together and look over products, look over all the new launches, get a great understanding of what makes old Pro V1, prior gen Pro V1 better than the new Pro V1. And Titleist wouldn't come out with a golf ball if it wasn't better.
Okay.
Ping would not come out with a golf club unless it was better. The manufacturers spend countless hours, their engineers, working overtime to create really cool things. And none of the vendors really are going to come out with anything unless it's significantly better and it would help a golfer. Typically, what I would say is if you're playing a driver that's a year old, you usually wait a generation. You skip a generation to play the next generation because you'll notice a difference. If you are somebody that likes to switch every year, you'll notice a difference. There are noticeable differences. Golf balls, if you ask any tour player what the biggest change in golf has been over the last 10 years, they're going to tell you it's the golf ball. The golf ball has significantly made the game in a lot of ways easier to play.
Which golf ball is that, by the way?
Yeah, we'd like to know.
Well, that's the thing. So the top level golf balls, your premium golf balls, have all gotten so much better than they were 10 years ago. The ball flies straighter and farther. And if you marry the right club with the right ball, you will pick up distance and you will pick up accuracy. But we encourage you to get fit for both so you know what ball you should be playing. Everybody's different. And there are categories of golf balls from entry-level balls up to premium-level balls that will benefit every golfer from the recreational player to, the aspirational player that wants to play competitively. So there are a lot of them, and they're all really good. And I wouldn't pick one out over the other because everybody's a little different, and each ball has a little different characteristic. And like I said, you have different levels that you can fit into. So, whether it's Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, Bridgestone, Srixon, there's a ball that would fit every player, and they have gotten better. And if you think about it, Rock and Manuch, you guys think about this, Crespin, how far did you hit the ball 10 years ago, and how far do you hit it now? And you're older. You're 10 years older,
Yeah,
right?
Good point.
You're hitting it farther
Yeah.
than you did 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just not straighter, but yeah.
We need that straight ball. That straight ball, Rock.
So you guys offer that,
like,
right? You could go in there and you could set up a fitting for a ball. You could set up for a ball fitting. You hear about club fittings, but ball fittings you don't hear much of.
And there are. We can work with that, and we can work with people on ball fittings and going through that. And as we move out through the year, probably mid-year to later in the year, there'll be new technology in ball fittings through the vendors,
Okay.
where they're going to be coming in and helping fit golf balls as well. So not only can our employees do it, but we'll also have vendor fittings where they'll be talking about the products in our stores. So the best thing to do is, look on our website, which is worldwidegolfshops.com, and that will give you an insight onto vendor days and when those fitting days are, if you want to hear it from a rep. But I also encourage you just to meet with the people that we have in our stores.
Mm-hmm.
They're really qualified, really good. They've been at it a long time. We've got employees that have been with us up to 30 years that have been doing this. And they're really, really good at what they do.
And we know we've been working with you for so long. We've known you for a long time. The unprecedented service that you guys offer, and then that exclusive 90-day satisfaction guarantee is unheard of, and that is there at Vans. Rick, thanks for coming on with us today, man. Thank you. We appreciate it. And look forward to catching up with you possibly next week to talk about what we're seeing on the golf course there at TPC Scottsdale.
You know what? I'll be able to give you a little nice insight because I'm going to be playing on Wednesday morning.
Oh, of course you are.
Oh, excuse us.
All right. Yeah, the
Okay.
man from Vans,
Sure
of
you
course.
are.
When you got that moniker,
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's talk about what it looks like inside the ropes.
done. We'll do it. Thank